Let's play!
What's up everyone, welcome to another unboxing. This time of something I haven't done unboxings for, but as you probably know I have a massive collection of, and that is amiibo. But something special is about these amiibo that you may not know about. Now you've already obviously clicked on the video. It is the Monster Hunter brand of amiibo, which is super exciting because I adore Monster Hunter. It's probably one of my favorite game series, not ever, but like of the new... Like, I guess it came from the PS2 era, so it's not super new, but it's newish. I love it. I feel like it's very underrated in the West, and yet in Japan, it's basically their Call of Duty. So this is actually for a spin-off, not mainline Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter Stories, which is kind of like turning it... It's like the transition from Mega Man to Mega Man Battle Network, where they went with like a Pokemon-y, appealing to kids thing, hopefully to get them to be a fan there, and then transfer them to a fan of the main series, which is, I think that's fine, you know, and so this game isn't out in the West yet, but I'm sure it will be, because they don't make amiibo for just one region. That wouldn't be smart for Nintendo. This game's gonna come out here, I'm sure of it. So, let's start with the main amiibo. I got all three of the first line. There's actually 2 lines coming out, confirmed so far. The first 3 and then the second 3. So, let's take a look at the first one here, which is the one-eyed Leoleus and Rider boy, or as it's more well-known, the one-eyed Rathalos with Loot, because that is the boy's name in the anime version of Monster Hunter Stories, which I gotta say, I don't super recommend for any non-Monster Hunter fans. Right now it's very much like, it's almost like they took the tutorial of the game and put it into the anime. It's quite boring right now. The only cool thing is an actual, like, hunter from Monster Hunter appears in one of the episodes, and you get to see an anime version of a monster hunt, and that's really cool. But for the rest of it, it's standard fare so far. I hope it picks up. I just watch it because it's Monster Hunter, and a Monster Hunter anime is super cool. So Leoleus is the Japanese name for Rathalos, and this guy is actually the starter, the one-eye, or dead-eye Rathalos, as some call it, is named Laius, and I think he's just going to be called Los in the English version. You know, like Laius to Los, Leoleus to Rathalos. You know, I feel like that's what they're going to go for. That's my prediction. Maybe they'll call him, like, Carlos as a joke or something, but like Los, you know? I had a friend named Carlos, and we'd call him Los. And then he said, don't ever call me that again. So, let's just take a look around the back. As you can see, you'll actually get, by scanning him in, a special version of him. The difference from what you normally get, I genuinely have no idea. I think he also works with Monster Hunter Generations. I think they're patching that in, or at least for Double Cross, which is Generations 2 that was just announced. But as you can see, there's something a little special here. It's a little special symbol that says Ride On it. What could that mean? We'll have to see. So, I'm gonna do what every amiibo collector hates that I do for all them, and that's open this bad boy up. Oh, you can hear the tears of the new Unbox people saying, no, don't do that, you're ruining its quality. But then again, the only amiibo you can actually use, okay, I'm just gonna grab the scissors, in its box is Shovel Knight, and that's because it was done by the actual Shovel Knight team, and not the Nintendo themselves. So, let's open this bad boy out. I love the process of opening amiibo. It's one of my favorite things. It's very good, because then you get this part where you open it. Oh, that's good. That's the good stuff. So, let's take him out. Well, actually, let's just bring him a little... Ooh, he's really in there. Doubly so. Okay, so, let's take a look here. So, this is the Deadeye Rathalos and Boy Rider. So you might be wondering what that ride-on thing was. Well, basically, the cool thing about these amiibo is the riders all come off, and you can interchange them with each other. And I honestly think that's such a cool thing, to sort of differentiate them from other amiibo. Now, this doesn't mean much for the first set of amiibo, because both the monsters you get that are rideable are a Rathalos, just in different poses, because he is the main, he's the Pikachu. I mean, look at that face. That guy's the next Pikachu, the next Agumon, obviously. But in the next series, they're adding some more monsters, and I'm sure we'll get a series 3 with even more later, because it's such a money sink, because Japan loves Monster Hunter so much. So if you just take them off, I don't think you cannot take off the saddle itself, so you can't really have just a Rathalos amiibo, although, like, this still looks really good. It's a slightly cartoonier version of a Rathalos, because this game does have a cartoonier art style. It's kind of cel-shaded and stuff, but otherwise, it's still a very recognizable Rathalos. Very nice pose. This is the roar it does before it attacks. Like this look here of him roaring, like this is exactly from the games, and this is when you can tell he's either going to run at you or shoot fireballs. I fought enough Rathalos to know. It's quite big. I think this is the biggest amiibo so far, with the exception of the Guardian amiibo for Zelda U. That will be, or Breath of the Wild rather, that will be coming later. It's really big. Like, you know, Bowser steps off the base a bit. This dude's almost entirely off the base. Which is, it's great, you know? I mean, you saw, he came in an extra-sized box. This is like the biggest amiibo box, and I'm sure the Guardian will be in a similar one, if not an even bigger one. So, put this bad boy back on. Actually, let's take a look at the rider himself. So this is Lute, as I said, or Boy Rider. He's using a common hunter knife plus shield, so you can use all the weapons from Monster Hunter in the games. Bye. Let's try that again. I'm really bad with that for unboxings, I feel. So, he's well molded. His head is a little weird. Looks like he has a bit too long of a neck, but that's fine. He has a weird peg thing between his legs that might have to get changed for America. He does have a carving knife. That's nice to see. Even though the whole thing about Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter. Why am I forgetting its name? Not spirits. Oh my God! Why can I not remember? Stories. Is that they don't fight the monsters and that they want to be friends with them, and it's actually kind of cool because in the game's story, the whole thing is that like they're shunned by hunters and like they have to be kept secret. They kind of hate hunters. I actually really like that sort of a dichotomy you got with like the main characters from the last games being the enemies of these ones. So you can go down there and we'll take a look at the second one, which is the Girl Rider, whose name we don't know because she's not like a canon character, and she also has a Rathalos, similar but different stance and everything. This one's kind of running. She also gives the same bonus of a special one. I'm sure it just has different stats and stuff. But otherwise, you know, pink and blue, you got to get that common sort of theming going on. So once again, let's open her up. Take the scissors. Let's get a nice starting point. And I love me some Monster Hunter amiibo. Man, I was so excited when they announced it because, again, Monster Hunter is a series that I think needs so much more love, and I'm so happy that it is getting it. Heck, you can play as hunters in Smash Bros. Now, but not in a Marvel vs. Capcom game because they didn't want to give them for that. So, well, what do you think about that? You know, it's a little surprising. So, let's take a look. So, yeah, this is the Girl Rider, who is cute. She's quite adorable. Now, I guess the other thing to say is all these characters are totally customizable. Like, crazily customizable. You can make your characters look so different. So these are, you know, these are like the defaults, but the customization in that game is unparalleled almost. Like, you can go crazy. It's more so than most Monster Hunter games, and those have pretty in-depth character editors, despite you never see your character through the armor. So, let's take a look at the girl herself real quickly. So she's just doing a point, because, you know, girls don't do violence and stuff. Japan is not the best for their gender role stuff. Her hat is actually quite different. If we take a look here, the boy's hat looks kind of like a, what is that thing called? Kutku, Yan Kutku. But hers is kind of more like an Azuro sort of bear hat. So, I mean, they're cool, but like, yeah, you can take the girl and instead put her on the charging one, and it still works. I mean, of course it would be. But I think it's really cool that you can just sort of mix and match. And the next set is actually 3 riders and 3 different monsters, which is going to be cool. I'm excited to sort of mix and match and have some fun with that. For now, I'm definitely going to stick with the defaults, because that's just, you know, how it'll go for now until the next ones come. Because, I mean, just like I said, switching these ones for now, doesn't change much, but as you can see, this Rathalos, it's the same one, same dead eye detail, is just doing a run, which again, I've seen a lot because I fought these guys a lot, and it looks good. Again, very recognizable. The leg out is a bit weird looking, but I mean, if you go from the front angle, it looks totally fine. But yeah, so we got those two, and finally we have the last one, which is the oddball, for more reason than one, and that is Naviru, who is a feline, but we don't know the story why he looks so weird. And that's the thing, a lot of people say, I hate the design of this feline, which, guess what? So does everyone in Universe. In Universe, everyone's like, what is wrong with you? You're wrong looking. What? And even there's regular felines who look at him and like, what the frick is wrong with you? It's so weird. So, yeah, Naviru here is hated in Universe for looking like that. His catchphrase, by the way, is, that's Naviru, and he eats donuts. And he has a terrible sense of direction. The good news is, animation-wise, David Productions, the guys behind JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is the ones who are animating the anime for this. His animations are amazing. Like, he is so cartoony. It's really good. His bonus is actually giving you a special, I forget what, Apotos, isn't it? Something like that. I forget what they're called. But a special one that he actually rides around on, which you normally don't get. And he's also super customizable and stuff. So he does not have ride-on technology for obvious reasons. But, and because of that, he is just a normal, totally normal amiibo. No special features, no nothing. And thankfully, for Season 2 of these amiibo, there won't be any like that. They are all ride-on with different types. I think there is a Rathian, there is a Snow Baroth, which is crazy, and I think there is the Apiceratos or whatever from the back. So here he is. That's Naviru. That's his voice. I am voicing him, of course. Look at that giant, like, block there. Honestly, the blocks don't bother me, because you actually, like, these ones are really good, because you... Note to self, pick them up normally. Don't pick them up by the top. The blocks are actually really, like, they're clear, which is nice. You don't see them very easily. So, like, I actually really like them. Much better than Link's giant pea stand. But yeah, there he is. It's Naviru. He's cute in an ugly way. If I didn't know his personality, I'd probably hate his design. But his personality is actually pretty fun. There's a little arrow on him. That's weird. Is that on his actual design? Of course I ripped it just so I could not see it. Does he have that? No, he doesn't have the little arrow. But mine does. That's a bit strange. Is that supposed to come off? No, huh? Maybe I have a winner. Maybe I'll get a call from Capcom and they'll be like, yo, we need you for designing the next Monster Hunter, and then I'll just make a set that looks like me or something in the game. I don't know, some Canadian armor set. But, yeah, that is the... I don't know if I'm not going to fit them all on one hand. What am I doing? What am I doing? Here are the first line of Monster Hunter amiibo. So they'll go right on my shelf with my other amiibo. I don't know if I want to put these with my, like, my main amiibo, because I don't think I'll have enough room, because these guys are huge, but I'll definitely find a place for them. So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys for the Season 2 of these dudes being released, because, man, I love me some Monster Hunter. So much. Play it, please. See you guys next time. Ciao.